All right, then. Let's see how many people are actually playing Evolve right now. Steam charts. There you go. Let's see what's going on. Evolve. Oh, wow. Uh, well then, I guess Gorian didn't really bring that many people back. Well, at least not that many people actually staying. Man, that's a damn shame. It really is. What's going on, my fellow monsters and hunters of share? Godsend Killer here, bring you guys some Evolve. You guys are going to be watching some arena mode with me using the sexy Clownfish Goliath. Gotta rock that Finding Nemo skin. And on today's video, as you just saw in the beginning, that depressing beginning, we're going to be addressing the big elephant in the room with Evolve, and that is the player base and what Turtle Rock Studios can actually do to maybe bring some people back. Now I'm going to talk about idea of mine and the idea I've been hearing of other people as to what can actually bring a resurgence to this game and just give my opinion on them. So guys, of course I encourage you in the comments below if you have any ideas as to what they can actually do to get some players back on this game. Let me know in the comments below and discuss it among yourselves. Now, this is a tricky one right here because it's like, what can you do to bring back players or to encourage new players to play a game that people have already kind of made their mind up on. The reviews are out there, and gaming sites actually gave Evolve decent reviews. It's not like it got bad reviews itself, but there's a lot of players that kind of bagged on the game due to several reasons, mostly being bugs and the whole DLC thing with the skins, it being them having a lot at the beginning. So there's already players that kind of made up their mind about this. So it's like, what can you actually do to bring players back? Now, one idea that I've seen a lot of people talk about, and admittedly, I even had this idea myself, I have to admit, is going free to play. Now, if Turtle Rock adapts a free-to-play model, obviously that opens their game to a much broader audience. But the tricky part is actually figuring out what they're going to charge for. Are they going to charge for the maps? Are they going to charge for each individual character? And how much would these characters be? Would it be how they are now, where each character is $5? Will it be cheaper than that? See, that's the tricky part, because when you're going free-to-play, you don't want the game to feel like a pay to win, and that's what people have a big issue with these free to play games, is that they feel like that the best characters or the best guns, mainly with these multiplayer shooters, you have to pay for. So it essentially becomes a pay to win type of system. So they would have to really study a good free to play model, like, okay, how much are we going to charge for these characters, what is actually going to be free content, so on and so forth. I think the only thing they should probably charge for, other than like of course their DLC skins, is the characters, but they had to make them at a good price because they're already making, I'm pretty sure they're making a decent amount of money with the skins anyway, because people love buying skins, people love cosmetic stuff, and it's not that expensive, so they go for it and buy it. So I think that really the characters is what they should charge for. You definitely don't want to charge for maps. You're going to segregate the community. You do not want to do that at all. But yeah, a free-to-play model is a little bit more trickier, but that is one way maybe this game could get a little bit of resurgence. Now, the idea that I have is that, for one, they need to make the game cheaper. I believe I saw it on Steam for about $40. It needs to be cheaper than that, honestly. And I know some people are gonna say, well, they had to sit there and make sure they make some money too, and yeah, that's cool, but you're really trying to get your game back going. They're gonna have to make it cheaper. Nobody's not gonna want to pay $60 or $40 for a game that only has like 500 people online, when it's only an online multiplayer game to begin with. There's no campaigns, so that's not really advertising in a sense. You're not gonna want to buy that only seeing this low player count, so you're gonna have to lower the initial cost to get into the game. Not only that, but you guys would probably, or I should say Turtle Rock, would have to like make sure that they have a good patch that fixes a lot of issues, because that's something that a lot of people that play Evolve complain about, is mainly the bugs. Then the bugs is always an issue that ends up being addressed, and they need to sit there and make sure that they can like come up with like a patch that addresses most of these issues. And I know that games will always have bugs, but us long-time Evolve players know that this game has been having some pretty bad bugs since the beginning. So they need to fix as much bugs as they can. And then when that patch comes out, you know it's gonna fix the things that it's gonna fix properly. Do that free player weekend like they did with Meteor Goliath. That actually brought some players back to the PC. I'm not sure how many players he brought back to the consoles, but it was a good few thousand people playing that game thanks to the free player weekend. So it's not like people aren't interested in playing the game. It's just, you can't give them like a chance to play for free just to have them realize that the game is pretty buggy. You can't do that. So you would have to make the game cheaper, fix a lot of the bugs, and hit hard with a free player weekend. Now, assuming Turtle Rock actually gives players enough time to actually sit back and enjoy the game, I'm thinking maybe like a 3 to 4 day event. It's actually gonna maybe put a good taste in people's mouths of Evolve again now that they see the game is actually less buggy. Now, one other thing they can add on top of that is maybe adding more unique skins to the characters. Instead of just only having the elite skin to unlock, maybe have more unique skins. Like for instance, say you're using Parnell and you get 1,000 headshots, you get a unique skin for it. What I'm pretty much saying is I think there needs to be a lot more unlockables. People like unlocking stuff, especially with its camouflages and things of that nature. Instead of having challenges for it like they're doing now, they should maybe have more unlocks instead of like having challenges and charging for these skins. Now, of course, I know they have to make their money, so I'm not saying do this for every skin, but maybe each character can have like 4 to 5 skins they can unlock just to kind of give the game a little bit more longevity and give players something more to strive for. But anyways, those are just some of the few ideas that I've heard other community members say and ideas that I thought about myself. But no matter what 2K and Turtle Rock Studios decide on what they're going to actually try to do, they need to address the issue, because I don't think it's over for this game. I think that they can possibly still save this game. Now, I don't think it's going to get numbers like how it was back at launch. I think those days are over. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but you can still maybe get a few thousand people playing this game, assuming they handle things right. They need to fix these bugs, guys. Like, there's still bugs in this game that have been around since certain characters have been released, like Behemoth's fidget bug and his rolling bug. It's still there, and they have been there since he's came out. And I'm not sure, he came out like maybe a few months ago. I can't actually remember how long ago it was, but they're still there. Gorgon, admittedly, she's fun, but she has issues too with her swinging animation not showing up properly, and she has like a stealth pounce animation where she jumps off the wall and she gets stuck in the stealth pounce animation. It's just like, these issues are still there, and they're even coming up with these characters one by one now to fix some of these issues, and it's still happening. So I don't know what's going on over there at Turtle Rock Studios. I'm not trying to like bash them, because I understand they have a small team, so it's probably much harder for them to like fix bugs and things of that nature. But you can't come up with buggy characters and just a buggy game in general, and that's what making people leave, because these new games are coming out, like Fallout 4 has already came out, Black Ops 3, Halo 5, Assassin's Creed, Star Wars Battlefront here soon, and they're just taking chunks upon chunks of Evolve's remaining community. So they're gonna definitely have to hit hard with a marketing strategy like making the game cheaper or having a free weekend, and fixing a lot of the bugs. I think that's going to be the only thing that can bring some players back. But then again, I'm not a game developer or a publisher, so maybe there is no bringing players back. I have no idea. But you guys let me know in the comments below. Do you think they can bring some players back? And until next video, you guys take it easy. Laters.